to the Young Indie Professionals of New England talk show series of professionals, where we highlight highly accomplished individual success stories and have our viewers get inspired and motivated to excel in their own professional journeys. Today, we're so honored to have Mrs. Anita Teig, who is the founder and president of Alanita Travel. It is so great to have you here, Anita, on the show.
Thank you.
So we wanted to have you start with asking this question. Could you please share your success story and let our viewers know how you got to where you are today?
Um, Basically, I've been thinking about a lot, and from what I would actually say is most important thing is hard work, and set goals for yourself and follow through with it. And the way I was able to be where I am right now is I did extra stuff where other companies didn't do. For example, I needed to give the personal touch. So in those days, most were paper tickets. I won't say most, everything was paper tickets. So people were calling me from different towns, as far as Nashua, New Hampshire, and then in Worcester, Burlington was not that far, but still people were calling me from all different locations, and people did not want to come and pick up the tickets, the paper tickets, so I would offer to deliver it at their house. So Monday to Friday, I would work to get the tickets done, and then on Saturday, Sunday, I would go to their houses, starting from anywhere from like 8 in the morning till like 10 o'clock in the night. I would make a route and start delivering tickets, from each town where they came from, where they bought the tickets from. And then also the Indian grocery stores helped me a lot. So they would leave my flyers, and then they would talk about our company a bit. They would say, "Hey, there's this girl who opened a travel company. She's Indian. Let's try to support her as much as possible." So they would actually talk on behalf of me because I was just a single person by myself, And those days, I really appreciate their help on this, because part of my success is because they were out there helping me to, be where I am right now. So that was a big help. And also hardworking. I had to do whatever I needed to achieve my goal. So that's the story, how where I am right now.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So
Thank you.
what inspired you to be in the travel and tourism industry?
I always wanted to travel, and I thought in order to travel, if you open a travel company, I guess you could travel anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You'd get cheap tickets, cheap prices, free tickets, free hotels. But honestly, that is not the truth at all, because I really thought that that is the way. But it is the way to open your company, but you need someone to take care of your business while you travel. And me being by myself, and I had to take care of my clients. So at least for 5, 6 years, I was stuck to my desk, and I had to do whatever it takes to grow the company. But then after, I would say 7, 8 years, onwards, I started to have employees who would be able to take care. And slowly and steadily, I was able to travel a little bit. But now, after almost 30 years, we have about 150 people working
Oh wow.
now for the company. So I'm able to travel wherever I want. But right now, my travel is mostly business, which is good. Because we are doing really well, thank God. And twice a year I travel with my family, and we try to look at the globe and say, where should we travel? We should go? So now we are able to, but again, business comes first, and we're still growing. So my main focus is making sure we grow.
Makes sense. So in all the places where you've traveled, where's your has you been your favorite destination?
Favorite destination? I would say Hawaii because Hawaii is just beautiful. Specifically Maui. It's just, I would recommend that to anybody who live in the United States that they should go there, stay there for a week.
Yeah, no, I am obsessed with palm trees, so I love like the tropical vibes and just sitting in the pool and doing nothing. So definitely that's one of my favorites too as well.
Yeah, that's good. I would definitely recommend for people in the East Coast and West Coast, it's not that far.
Yeah, no, makes sense. So, um, as you mentioned, Alanita Travel is a very highly established travel agency specializing in the travel to Indo-Asian countries. Could you please tell us more about your agency and your specialized vacation packages?
Yes, we actually, in the beginning, we focused only on India. But then afterwards, we realized our customers not only wanted to travel to India, but they wanted to go further than that or travel to other countries. So people would ask, hey, I'm going via Europe. Can you help me? Hey, I'm going via Dubai. Can you help me? Because I want to break my journey and visit that particular country. So then slowly and steadily, we try to help with customers with whichever airline we sell. We try to do a stopover destination for us. But now, currently, we are focusing mainly with Dubai as a stopover destination. And we have very fantastic prices with a stopover, and we're doing really well. Dubai has changed a lot
Yes,
from the last 10 years. I was just there recently, about a month ago, and it's totally a different city from what it was 10 years ago when I visited. And then Istanbul is the other city, which is as a destination, which we are promoting. And Istanbul, and then Cappadocia, those are the cities which is definitely I would recommend that people should travel because
yes, for
it's very magical.
yeah, I've been to Istanbul before and I love the food and everything. And the
Oh
culture is
yeah,
different than American or even Indian culture as well. So
yeah. The
definitely
kebabs are fantastic. People who love kebabs, they have to go to
yes.
Istanbul. It's out of this world.
The
So
chicken
food
kebabs are to die
yeah,
for.
yeah, absolutely. And there's a place called I think Adana. I think that's the name of the town. It's called Adana kebab. It's like it's to die for. So anyone who wants to go to Turkey, talk to me. I'll recommend we'll build a package, especially if they want to just eat kebabs.
Yes, I've had them in the airport before and they're so good.
Yeah.
Great. So, what do you think is the current state of the economy and impact specifically on the travel and tourism industry?
Somehow it has not affected us because we have a, a set amount of clients who travel regardless of what how economy is or what is happening in different parts of the world because they always travel to India to meet their family and friends. So or they bring family from India to the US. So it has really not affected us. And also on top of that, there's a pent up travel. People from, I would say, from 21 till now, the flights are going full, and people are still traveling. It has not slowed down. And thankfully for us, we are able to fill the planes in, and it has really, honestly speaking, it has not affected us, which is a good thing, touch wood.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Like, I know there's a lot of industries right now that's getting affected, so I'm glad to hear that travel is not getting affected at all.
Yeah, I mean, we just hope and pray that it never does.
Yeah, no, we hope and we want you to wish you the best.
Thank you.
So, on that note, what are you looking for as the future of Alanita Travel?
Recently, I've been thinking about this a lot, and when I meet people on events or social parties, I have noticed that people say, "Oh, I used to buy tickets from you," and when they tell me used to, I'm like, "Why you don't buy through us anymore. No, we go online and purchase it, with various websites or with airlines. And I tell them, oh my God, don't you know that we ourselves have an online booking engine? If you don't like to talk to someone, even though we're open 24/7, we still have our own booking engine, and our price is still cheaper than any other booking engine, where some people go to Kayak or whatever the booking engines that they offer, or they go to the airline. I say, have you looked at our online booking? Have you compared our prices? Because if you do, for an economy ticket, we are anywhere between 30 to $50 cheaper, and then for business class, we're anywhere cheaper from $300 to $500 cheaper. So I really would recommend you to just check our booking engine. And they're shocked to hear that, we didn't know that you actually have a booking engine. I'm like, yes, we do. So now we know. So next time, check us out before you go and buy with somebody else, So they said, okay, we will do. So now my husband, who's actually on the marketing side, so I told him, Alan, you have to do something about this, because people don't know. They think we're only on phone, but we do have a booking engine. So somehow we have to make sure we pass on the message. Online, online, online. You can still buy with us too. So don't go away. We don't want to lose our regular clients,
Yeah, that makes sense.
who have been with us. Yeah.
I know the power of social media. So definitely, just a click of a button gets you like
Oh
attracted,
yeah.
which is insane. And I do agree that like people should know about the online service, because some people are scared to pick up the phone and actually talk to someone. So having to do it online would be a much easier thing. But
Yeah.
like you have a really great online presence, so that is definitely a great aspect that all of our viewers should know about too.
Yeah, I mean, and I know it will take some time for us to like reach out to everyone out there, but we have regular customers who go back as um, old as 28, 29 years, and they still continue to buy with us on the phone. But then some of the people who are not aware, we're trying to pass on the message whichever way possible. We do a lot of heavy duty marketing, so now that is our main focus. Like, we are available online too.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So my parents only use Alanita Travel, so we
Thank you.
also yeah.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Thank you. So in all of your professional experience, what has been your most memorable moment in your career?
Um, it's after the pandemic, actually, because it opened our eyes to see how much um, out there are our loyal clients, because they could have easily left us. But during the pandemic and after the pandemic, they have completely been there, supported us. During the pandemic, we would constantly keep sending emails to all our customers, letting them know what is happening, which countries opened up, and what are the COVID rules, and constantly reminding them. And we would get emails back from them, even though India was closed, so many countries were closed. We would get email support from them. Hey, don't worry, when the time is there, we are coming right to you. We'll buy tickets only from you, because we really didn't know what to expect, once the world opens up. Is our clients going to come back to us? Is our industry closed forever because no flights were opening up? Because there is no history, to say, okay, things will come back to normal. So we didn't know that. So we would interact a lot, and then we were open 24/7 even during that time. And even though tickets were only going for refunds, or people would call back and say, people who just kept their tickets open, they would call up and say, hey, is this time yet? Can we go? No, we have to wait, we have to wait. And then, basically we saw the support and love they offered us, which was really, it meant a lot to me and Alan. So, and then after that, we also started to acquire our own contracts with the airline. Airline was also very supportive to us, particularly um, the airlines that we did business nonstop before the pandemic. Even they were telling us, Anita, don't worry, as soon as the world opens up, you're going to go back to normal. So there was a lot of, trust from the airline side and a trust from the client side. And that made us feel, very special that, there are people out there who are supporting us.
Yeah, that means the world, and that's such a rewarding feeling to have.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
will be coming back to you no matter what the situation is in the world.
Yeah.
It's a very memorable moment. So that's amazing. So, who inspired you the most and why?
Um, my biggest motivator, even though there was no interaction, but I only watched her on the news, that is Indira Gandhi. And I always admired her. She was an amazing woman. Even as a child, I could see she had a strong personality. And for someone to be such a fantastic leader, I always looked up to her. And then Jayalalitha is the second person, and especially me coming from South India, specifically from Chennai. Jayalalitha was also, she used to be the chief minister, and I'm sure you must have seen a recent movie of from where to where and how she came up with all the struggles she went through. That she was a big motivator, and I had always followed her political life history, and I've seen how she interacted and how she dealt, and that was, basically I took strength out of that from the two big leaders, Indira Gandhi and Jayalalitha.
Oh, wow, that's a great. Those people are very great leaders, and they definitely inspire me as well too. So, on that note, if you could turn back the time clock and talk to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
If you have a dream, focus on it. Don't get sidetracked. No matter what people tell you, they might discourage you. They may say, "Oh, you're too young. You should do this instead." But if you believe in it and you feel like you're doing the right thing, just keep doing that. Just focus on it, and make sure that you don't depend on anyone financially. For me, when I was 18 years old, even though, at that time I didn't open this business, I had a focus. I always wanted my own business, so I always told myself, someday I will own my own business. I will be independent. I won't depend on anyone. So I had a plan, and I used to work um, late evenings, late nights to support myself, to make sure I take care of my business, because my business was not making any money for the first 3 years. So in order to support myself, take care of my family, and at the same time focus on my business, that's what I did. So if you have a dream, just focus on it. Don't get sidetracked.
So
That's what I would advise.
that's a great advice. On that note, is there any advice you would like to give for the young Indian professionals of New England?
Yes, and the most important thing I would suggest that you have to have a plan, and if you have a plan, most important thing is don't get heavily invested financially, because that is going to be a huge stress. And I have heard and seen people, the amount of stress level they have. Oh my God, I have to do my monthly payments. Oh my God, I have to do this. I have to do that. And then I think, why don't you start, rather take baby steps, do it in a small way, and then keep on growing little by little. So this way you're not stressing yourself, you're not stressing people in your life, your family, or tomorrow the bank should not come and knock at your door and say, hey, you're not doing this, you're not paying this, you know. So I would suggest take baby steps and have a plan in advance. Don't try to take too much and then it becomes a failure.
Sure, no, I think that's really great advice. I think people sometimes forget about the financial side of things, so that is some great advice for the young professionals. Hopefully everyone can get inspired by Anita's success story. Also, if you are all looking for getting flight tickets to see your loved ones in India, feel free to contact Alanita Travel or contact Anita to book your tickets because we highly recommend them. My parents have used them all their lives in the US. So, thank you so much for being part of the show, Anita. I learned so much about you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And good luck with whatever you're doing. And I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Take care. You too.